Yo ho, it's Captain Trey and we're back for another video about One Piece. Ooh, just feels so good saying it. So, we're gonna go back to chapter 1010 and see what this means for the story going forward. I mean, in the latest chapter, we found out that Zoro has Conqueror's Haki. At this point, it almost seems confirmed. I mean, Kaido seems to think so. Look at Zoro. All he did was give it his best. And with his ambitions, it makes sense that he would have Conqueror's Haki. He wants to be the world's best swordsman. And in order to be that, you have to be able to stand above every other swordsman in the world. And this will include Mihawk at one point in time. Just a reminder to like, comment, and subscribe. It would be absolutely amazing if you share this content so that we can reach 100 subscribers by the fall. That's my goal, and we're sticking to it. There's only a small pool of people who can actually use it. I believe at this point now it's about 15, 16 individuals. It's literally a small handful of people currently alive that can use it. But when we think about the advanced applications, how many of those people who have Conqueror's Haki that we know of can actually imbue it? So right now we have a list. Overall, all the people who can actually do this. So we have number one, Goldie Raja. Gold Roger can definitely use it. In his clash with Whitebeard, who's number two, they were able to clash and their swords did not touch. This is one of the features that we see with imbuing Conqueror's Haki, where you can now hit things without them touching. Previously, Hyo was, bringing up that you can hit something and you can imbue your Haki into it and you can destroy something from the inside. This takes it to a whole nother level. This is literally like a hockey glove that you can use to really box somebody out. Number three on the list, we have Kaido, the general of the Beast Pirates. He's been known to actually use this, especially as of the last chapter. He's been known to use this to knock Luffy out. He coded his club Haki, and we always thought, this was Sea Stone. He had Sea Stone on the club, and he was just taking, Devil Fruit uses for a loop. But no, he was coding his club in Conqueror's Haki, and he was using this to just bring the pain. Four on the list is Monkey D. Luffy, future king of the pirates. Luffy can now, and it might not be perfected. He might not be able to use this at will all the time, but Luffy's a genius, okay? When it comes to fighting, well, everything else, it's just, he's a moron. But this, when it comes to fighting, the man is a genius. Luffy has the will and he has the ambition, and you know what? Where there's a will, there is a way, and Luffy always finds a way. He always gets down to it and he gets what he wants. And this man will be the king of the pirates, and I can't wait to see it. So he's going to be number 4 on the list. And this maybe might be true. We don't know yet. Kaido is speculating that Zoro used Conqueror's Haki to slice him open, like right across the chest. Like the same way that Mihawk cut him, that cut Zoro, Zoro cut Kaido. So, Zoro cut Kaido confirmed. Anyways, the reason why I say this could possibly be true, because there was a real focus on Emma this chapter. Before he used Farce of the Dead, Emma was glowing brightly. And it may just be Emma. And by the way, Emma is a power-up. Emma's a power-up, and I don't know why this is a discussion anymore, but Emma is absolutely a power-up, and Zoro is climbing the ranks with this sword. And once he masters it, it is game on, and he's going to be this much closer to becoming, the world's best swordsman. So, now the question is, who do we currently have alive that can also imbue and coat themselves in Conqueror Haki? And my number 1 draft pick, drumroll please, is Boa, the Love Beam Hancock. Now, earlier this week, I was on one of Virgo's posts, and we basically spoke about, what it would look like if Boa Hancock had Conqueror's Haki. Is it possible? I mean, when you look at Amazon Lily, you have an island full of people who can use Haki. I'm pretty sure, other than the children, everybody on the island can use Haki. They were using these things when Luffy first got to Amazon Lily, and he got attacked by the women after they brought him into the, and took off the mushrooms and stuff. They were able to shoot arrows through boulders, destroying them. And at that point, if Luffy would have got caught, it would have been game over for him. They would have lit him up with holes and he would have been dead. Being said, what does this mean now? So we know that the basic Amazon Lillian can use Haki. We know that Sandersonia and Marigold, they both have higher levels of Haki to the point where they can deflect they can deflect using their Haki. And so what does this mean for Boa? I believe that Boa can coat her arrows in Conqueror's Haki, and she can do serious damage. I mean, she's had a bounty since she was young, and she stormed the game herself. And she's been able to secure Amazon Lily for multiple years. At this point, now that they took away the warlord, system, she's gonna have to defend herself, and she seems pretty confident that she can make this happen. And there has to be some way for them to defend themselves. I mean, the only way I could see the Marines, honestly, going in there and sweeping is if they take Fujitora, and if Fujitora is joining Kobe, and they go to that island. First of all, they got to start off with a buster call. 5, 6 ships, surround Amazon Lily, and blow everything up. I don't know if this could happen. I mean, it could be possible. Odo doesn't like to kill people, so maybe everybody's just going to be injured. Maybe Sandersonia and Marigold, block some stuff with Haki, and they're able to, fortify some part of the island. But at the end of the day, this is going to be something very important. This is going to be very pivotal to the story. Are the Marines going to be able to take it in? And I think the answer is no. I think Mihawk, I think Boa, I think those two in particular are going to be able to defend themselves and keep themselves away from the Marines. Boa might have a harder time. She has a whole island worth of people to take care of, and Mihawk's by himself. He's on a solo mission. They're going to have to at least send one admiral in there with a couple of vice admirals and somebody else to, combat this guy. This man's a beast. He is the world's best swordsman. He's the world's greatest swordsman. And there isn't anybody so far that can take this man in a one-on-one and actually win. When it comes to Mihawk, we gotta bring up Shanks and vice versa. This is what happens. So Shanks is the next up person who I think can use, Conqueror's Haki in this form of coating himself with it. I believe he can. I think that that's kind of how he got to where he is. And I think his mastery of it, even though he doesn't have a devil fruit, definitely puts him in the category of an emperor. He's been an emperor for, I believe, about 6 years now, and he's here to stay. Up is Dan Qingjiao. I couldn't even say that with a straight face. Dan Qingjiao is trash. I don't care. Throw that man. Throw him away. Anyways, next person up is Silvers Rayleigh, the Dark King. The Dark King Rayleigh. I believe that he can use this, and he's shown instances of using advanced Haki, just for example's sake, for showing Luffy. I believe he is an older guy, so it probably takes more of a toll on him, and he can't use it very often, but I believe he is a person who can use it. At this point, who do we want to be able to use this? And for me, I think I want Eustace Captain Kidd. I want Kid to be able to do this. I think if he's supposed to actually be a rival for Luffy, he needs to be able to get to this level. He has Conqueror's Haki. It is confirmed, just like Luffy, Kid has Haki. He has the Conqueror's Haki. He can be a king too. But Oda hasn't portrayed him as doing so. I mean, he's kind of just been lagging behind. I mean, even looking at the current bounties, Kid has about a 500 million berry bounty, and Luffy is 1.5 billion. Like, Luffy is blowing this guy out of the water, and it's not even close anymore. I mean, just looking at Kid trying to understand Gear 4th, he's like, what, with that kind of power, it might be worth it to, not be able to use Haki for 10 minutes or so. So, maybe even Kid is having a hard time catching up. And so I guess in another video, I'll talk about him fighting Big Mom and we'll see how that goes. That'll probably be a video for next week. A whole nother topic, because technically she's kind of nerfed right now. She doesn't have Zeus. And so it's going to be her, Prometheus, and Napoleon. And I want to see what happens next in terms of that. You go to the fandom page and you look up all the confirmed Conqueror Haki users. One name that I don't see is Monkey D. Garp. Garp the Fist. Like, how is his name not up there? I mean, if Luffy has it, Dragon has it, why wouldn't Garp the Fist have Conqueror's Haki? And he is somebody who I believe can use the advanced application. I think that was, because remember, he doesn't have a devil fruit either. So I think he was one of the individuals that can apply Conqueror's Haki to his fists. And he used that to combat rocks. He used that to combat Roger. I mean, even when Roger was defeating those Marines on that island, and before Whitebeard got there, Roger said, bring me Garp and Sengoku. Bring me Garp and Sengoku. I believe, in terms of Marines, right now, that we know that have Conqueror's Haki, I believe Sengoku and Garp can both use advanced Conqueror's Haki and coat them in this Haki to be able to fight with. With that being said, that's the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and share. That 100 subscriber goal is what we're shooting for. See you next time.